Hi, I'm Ruth Young from Ruthless Media, and I have been in Mums at Work for probably coming up on 4 years. I started my business about 3 and a bit years ago now, and had started attending Mums at Work events shortly before that, really. Um, so let's rewind back and tell you that story. I was working in nonprofit organizations for about 15 years, and in those roles, I was always someone who was delivering a service, working with young people, children, families to make a positive difference in their lives for whatever um, difficulties they were facing, and so on. But I was always a person who enjoyed social media, and I ended up being a person in those roles who took on the social media. So I was using it to connect with volunteers and recruit volunteers, to promote events, to do some fundraising, to all sorts of things, really. So social media was something that was always a passion of mine, but not the main focus of my career. Towards the end of my career in nonprofits, I decided to take a private job, and work with them for a few months and really focus on social media with them, while also trying to launch another business altogether, which was a product. And through that, I was connected to Sinead Norton at Mums at Work, and decided to come along to an event to do a bit of market research and get to know some other mums who were working in business and entrepreneurship and so on and so forth. I didn't realize how much I would want to be engaged in this community when I went to that first event. I thought I would just be going to meet some people and, just get to know a bit more about the world of work, and didn't really value networking as much as I do now at that stage. So when I had gone to the first meeting, I couldn't help but book in for another one after that, and involved in the community. So Mums at Work has been a really valuable part of my career as an employee. But when I left that private sector job, I put a call out to my Mums at Work members and friends to say, I've left this job. I'm looking to move into something else now. I've no idea what that is exactly, but here's what I can do. And I talked about social media, and I talked about digital marketing and networking and things as well. But the thing that kept coming up from a lot of the ladies and from other people that I was talking to outside of Mums at Work as well was social media being somewhere that I'm quite strong at and I'm very talented in. So I was really encouraged by the women at Mums at Work. I continue to be encouraged by those women and inspired all the time by what they're doing in their businesses as well. It's a great place to not feel so alone when you work on your own, to feel like you have peers to speak to or to question about different things and issues that you may be facing. It's also a great place to even just talk about, being a mum and the stresses and strains of being a mum and working full time or whatever, but also maybe a wee gripe every now and again about your husband or your partner. um, so the reason that I started my business was really to help people with social media and give them the confidence to do it better. I've now developed my own skills in social media since going out on my own, and I am helping people with paid advertising and strategy, helping them to be visible in front of their audience in a more productive way, a more efficient way, um, and uh, and also to relate to their audience a bit better as well, to have a more engaged audience. So that's really the main focus of what I'm doing now, helping people to do what they do better for themselves, but also taking on some paid ads management on their behalf because it can be a bit of a complicated place for some people. So if you're wanting to work with me or get to know a bit more about social media and a bit more idea of what you need to do on social media, please get in touch. I'm more than happy to help or just have a chin wag. I'm always up for a cuppa, as long as there's a sticky bun on the side of it. You can find me on ruthlessmedia.co.uk, and my email address and phone number's all there, ready to have a chat anytime.